they do have pretty good saves coming out from their side. They have the Solar Guardian. They also can pick up early shot from Slug as well, just to prevent them from all in and killing this sniper in the get-go. So if they are able to do that nicely on point, they might be able to just turn things around. So we'll see. The only thing that I feel like Talon has a very obvious advantage over Aurora is the Roshan ability. Like, I don't see Aurora's draft doing Roshan easily at all, unless the team wipe Talon. But Talon can easily just stick up Roshan anytime they want.
I love how Palos is running around with that sentry ward given. Oh, sorry, the ops ward given. Trying to scout for the ward, but there isn't a ward yet, my friend. And I think he's trying to fool them around a little bit here as well. They're looking at the hero. Where did he put that ward down? Q is on the other side. He's going to run into a gank train. It's a bit split, though, because it's only Jokum. So he'll get a warning sign. So no first blood fight this time around.
Okay, game 3. Understandable, right? Like, teams, they don't really want to have the same... What happened last game was that Talon get first blood, and then for Bounties. So I'm pretty sure that Aurora doesn't want to give that anymore.
There's only one word there's only one word that comes to mind, and that's sissies.
You want to play the game in a fair way. Don't want to put yourself into like impossible scenarios to come back from.
Off we go. It's actually been a while since I've seen a Slark in action.
That's true, yeah.
Not your go-to carry hero, at least, because I think we're getting a bit dulled with all the DKs and the alchemists these days.
And this is what I'm worried for the Slug, because you are playing into two very spammable lanes, Wild Access and also Shuriken Toss. So he's gonna have to buy a lot of regenerations here. And we know that Slug lanes are usually very volatile. It's either you own the lane completely, or you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So Carlos has to play this lane very carefully, I would say.
Yeah, just throwing in that Shuriken and the Axis, just not very enjoyable for Palos. And try and hide in those trees, my friend, for the regeneration. The one good thing that the Slark has in this lane, and even that is taken away by those Axis destroying all the vegetation around him. Honestly, I think you could just win this lane with the Beastmaster by playing it into... Like, remember when you play against a Dream Protector, you cut down all the trees? And just, you know, go into the lane, Quelling Blade everything down, and there's no hiding place for the Slark to regenerate.
Yeah, that's definitely very viable.
Mikoto, very low on HP here. Abed has been fighting it out. It looks like he is also going to have his Water Rune taken away by Q, and Abed takes the other. Luckily, he has the regen coming off of his courier. It's not a completely desperate situation.
Yeah, I think this is exactly where you're going to take the next bounty run coming out from Mikoto, and this guy is going to have a very hard 2 minutes, or 1.5 minutes. And Nyx is one of the better heroes to do so without losing much efficiency.
Oh, kick under the tower. Okay. Abed. Mikoto, instant damage, and Jokum. Oh, the sentry placed down by Abed wants to try and kill Jokum, but it doesn't look like he's going to have such luck. And he's just going to let Mikoto have the kill. What a gentleman. The first blood, and that's worthy of a tip to his buddy, is like, you can have it, my friend. You've earned it with that kick.
That was such a great turnaround. Really good communication coming out from both sides here. And first of all, is that Kill went to, came to control Rune, and then after Mikoto found a really great opening and followed up with the instant TP. So this really explains, the reason why these two teams are one of the best in Southeast Asia. It's because of these very small details that they are able to communicate about and execute well.
Yeah. Fortunate for Mikoto is he was looking for that bottle refill. The Edge was told to take that bounty away. So Earthsmith is going to have to return back to the mid lane with no bottle refill for himself. But so far, so good. Everybody is enjoying farm.
The only question is who is enjoying it more, and who is able to make the first move with all this very good farm. I would say that WS. I think the one thing that Aurora needs to be careful is the stacks coming out from Beastmaster. They do have pretty decent heroes to contest that. Dawnbreaker ulti and also Ange. So they might be they could plan some kind of contest there if they want to.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing that could go really well for Talon here in this laning stage is if WS gets to a good start, because it's really down to his item timings when a lot of things then start to happen, because it's such a huge boost if you go the Aghanims route on this hero. He still has a couple other options if he doesn't want to build the Axe this game, but I would definitely go it if I was him.
Yeah, especially when you're playing wild access, right? You know that you have the ability to flash from triangle, so the Aghanims is probably going to come a lot faster than before than usual.
I've seen traditional drums being built in some games. They skip the Ags and just pick drums of endurance and look for boots of bearing. That also does give you a nice gap closer, but there's not particularly like a warlock in this game, so it's not really needed.
Yeah, I think though that's the one thing that you benefit from playing with Bounty, right? Like we said before, Bounty can be the one buying all the auras so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, he might just skip the drums and go for some bigger items.
What's your opinion on this bounty skin, by the way? It is one of the newer ones.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Really looks like a rat now.
True. A real rat.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He has fluffy head too. Have you seen a rat that wears a hat?
Didn't actually recognize it at first, but now that you say it. Very cautious, at least here in the mid lane. We got level 6 up on Abed, and the first rune is going to be spawning. We've got numbers brought in. It's going to be the top rune spawning, and Nyx is already there to protect it. Abed will be the one to pick it up. Koda won't be able to challenge. It's just an illusion rune. It's not exactly the biggest of pickups.
Yeah, it's an acceptable rune to be given up for. Okay, I like this. Like, this is what we talk about in draft, right? Like, you have this picture where Ange is able to bring a baby to the mid lane, and Sniper will, if he has a good matchup, which he has in this case. Actually, not, right? I'm surprised that Sniper is not having a lead in Spirit. Spirit is 300 ahead of the Sniper. Interesting.
Yeah, probably the first blood actually.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes,
quite
I
a lot.
about that.
Like,
yeah.
it's usually, like, you could get a first blood in the melee versus range matchup as a melee hero, and you still wouldn't actually have a net worth lead against your opponent. So Mikoto actually being ahead with it is doing a pretty good job. And now he finds a kill on Oli. Jokum was forced away from the Radiant Wisdom rune. That has to be your #1 suspect on the map, that bounty hunter. It's probably somewhere where he shouldn't be.
Yeah. Also, Nyx is naturally pretty good into EV heroes right now because of his innit. He will be able to scout out the Invis units. So, pretty good into the bounty nowadays.
Gotta love the empty
game.
inventory mana boots Nyx assassin.
Yeah.
It looks so poor.
No iron branches, nor windlays, so he knows his mission.
Yeah, nothing.
Get the Archivus accept and try to farm.
Alright, here we're gonna have the first global presence of the Dawnbreaker, and that is an important kill to have. Slow down this Beastmaster. Jokum, though, he's keeping tabs for Mikoto, but they run into a sentry, and ta-da! Suddenly you are the one in trouble. Pulverize is dropped onto 3, onto 4 maybe, but the Sniper Assassinate is a bit too much to deal with, and Mikoto is also down. Cuckoo late for the party.
Yeah, that was a good move coming out from Aurora. I think this is exactly how you want to play. You want to bait the enemy to have stacks, and then make the first move to contest their stacks, and exactly what they did there. They also did it in night time, so this is usually when Slug is quite strong. And I like Palos, like so far he has been very active in all 3 games in this series, and this time it paid off very huge. He also went for the early out of corrosion as well, which you don't see a lot of Slug go for nowadays, because normally you go for a fast defuse. But in this game it seems like he wants to go for the Mage Slayer just to be a little bit more tanky and in front of the teamfight to protect his sniper.
Yeah, it's such a good Mage Slayer game, right? Because if this Earth Spirit is ever going to get to a good start, that Mage Slayer just takes away so much.
Similar to the Beastmaster.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
So many
middle
good
tower
uses
is
of
under
it. The
attack.
downside for the Slark is he isn't the best to apply that debuff. It's not like your Ember Spirits who apply it on every target that he hits with a simple press of a W.
Under attack.
You're gonna have to hunt those targets down to get that debuff off, and that can sometimes drop the value. But on a high priority target, like the Earth Spirit, for example, that he can put it and try to kill the hero in the process, that is a good one to have this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the best moments where he can use it is that when
Dire's
Beastmaster
bottom
or
tower
Spirit
is
commits on
under
him,
attack.
and he can always choose to just like hit the target in front of him one time, and they'll lose a lot of damage out to it. And in this case, he was able to build his Essence Shift up, and then be like, you know, we both want to play long fight, but I'm much stronger than you in long fight because I'm a Salak.
Break of Dawn, and that does reveal the stacks, and Palos is already going straight to work, and WS says, no! Those are mine! But at least there wasn't a lot to farm. But they really need to keep these stacks protected. Or farmed at least before Aurora takes them away.
Yeah, I like how Slug is just positioning himself on the map in a really aggressive way, knowing that he will always have the backup from Dawnbreaker. And I think this is how you buy enough info for your Dawnbreaker and also Sniper. Because you know that you are not the true post 1 here in this game. So Slug has to act like kind of like a post 2 hero, which is why you see him invading jungle, you see him picking gate, another time picking gate right now from Palos. They really want to make something happen on this top lane.
So Natsumi they go. Got that armlet ready, but there's too much uncontrollable damage to try an armlet toggle. Palos on the hunt for Cuckoo, but Cuckoo's a bit too far away for him to catch. That should open up that T1 tower from top. Aurora off to a good start here. I mean, I think they've already done enough from looking at this Beastmaster's net worth that he hasn't really won his lane, he hasn't taken the tower, and he should have, if he's done all these things, he should have an Axe coming up in about a minute or a minute and a half. And the last time I saw, I think he only had one component towards it, so this is not going to be the fastest Drums of Slom.
Yeah, not at all.
It's still a good timing, but it's not like the shock value of like, oh, this Beastmaster is going to dominate the game.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this is where both Beastmaster and DK, they kind of need help too. Like both of them need help hitting creeps. And there's only so many support that you can give to your cores. So someone will have to suffer a bit of a slow timing. And I think this is where you kind of have to choose like who do we want to sack and who do we want to prioritize helping to have a good game. And in this case, it seems like you can see Jokum just like positioning himself around Beastmaster, making sure that if anyone comes to Beastmaster, I will be dying for him first.
Radiant are scanning.
So what do you think Aurora wants to do then? Like, as he said, the Slark kind of working as this scout, taking initiative early on. Do you think they want to also fight early with this lineup? Just keep on, you know, maybe like let's put it this way, like a mini snowball.
Yeah, I would say so. I would think that Aurora right now, they want to look for small pickups. They want to kill heroes here and there so that they can start building their advantage bit by bit. Because normally in daytime you don't want to commit too hard. Normally daytime, nighttime is when you want to go really ham on the Slark. So here, yeah, this is where you know they just identify okay which are the weak lanes coming out from Talon. Let's attack them there. Let's take it step by step.
Let's invade
I like
another
the
stack.
joining. Yeah, I like the Abe joining this.
And this is a bit rough for the Beastmaster. He's been stacking these camps a couple times, and they're again stolen by Aurora.
Yeah, I think this is as important or as good as killing the Beastmaster himself. Because Beastmaster feel like he's so inefficient at this moment. So inefficient. Compared to his normal tempo, he probably have to have this Academies delayed by 3 minutes, and 3 minutes in Dota is a lot. Q is up for a hunt.
Yeah, all the T1 towers gone. I think they have a lot of free reign on the map right now as Aurora. DK is still on top of net worth at least. Like, his farming pace should still be on par. But he cannot lose this map too early. They can't afford to have this map shrink. Which is why they are looking for any small pick-off from Aurora invading. Enchantress, unfortunately, is not a good target. Q sees Jokum. Valuable information coming in for Aurora, and Palos on the hunt for WS. TP out, seeing the pounds go off.
Oh, I think if Jabs pressed his ulti instantly, he might be able to make a stop TP in time. But that needs to be a very instant reaction coming out from Jabs, and it's gonna be a close call. But anyway, forcing Beastmaster back is also a pretty huge achievement by itself. I think, and if anything, it feels like Beastmaster is always on the reactive side of things. Like, he was not able to make his own move at all in 50 minutes in the game. So this is already taking away a lot of the strengths of this hero.
It's a pretty rough game to play this bounty. He does have that mechanism lined up. Extra bit of heal. Might just
haven't been able to
need.
achieve too much right now. Oh, yes.
A bit troublesome for WS, and here comes the Solar Guardian as well. Jabs to secure the kill on WS. And was that his axe ready?
I am not sure. I couldn't really see it because we haven't checked on the Beastmaster.
I haven't looked if it was in the Beastmaster's inventory.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, he's okay. He has it now if he wants to. So minute 16 Aghanim's definitely not the most ideal, but at least it does give you some kind of tools to play around right now. So I would imagine Aurora.
Makoto, Jokum and the boys trying to look for a kill for Talon, make it a third. They can't let Oli just TP out. Odo still has that role available, so he'll clean him up.
A costly one though, because they had to invest monetize for this one.
At least it's a track kill. You can always, you know, if you make a mistake in life, you can always console yourself with the fact that, hey, at least it was track.
Oh, Mikoto. Can he get out of this?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Valuable attempt, but not quite enough. That pounce is deadly. +1 as well, diving under a tower. Talon, however, at least find an opening to take down this Roshan, so scouting enemy movement down in the bottom lane opens up at least a second life, and I think, yes, that should definitely go for the Beastmaster. You got to get something out of this axe now.
Yeah, you have to get something going. It's a good decision to go to the Roshan. I think Aurora was completely unaware of it. So let's see how they are able to make use of this Aegis right now. It does feel like it might be an Aegis that is just used to recover, because I'm not sure if Dagger is still as strong as a timing for the Beastmaster. He might actually have to just go for BKB in this case, like since Aurora is already this big.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And also the anti-heal effect from that Mage Slayer.
Yeah. Auto corrosion too.
Something positive for Talon is the fact that this DK has been free farming. Natsumi has been uninterrupted throughout this entire game, you could almost say. So there is the late game goggles have been put on Talon fans.
This is where Palos is so strong. Nighttime with the freshly picked up Aghanims. They are looking to just be in front of the map of Talons, making sure that they are not being able to farm freely. Get zoned out of their triangle as well. So this is where they just have to kind of stick together like this, right? And I'm pretty sure they feel bad as well because they are the one that is having ages. They want to be the aggressor here, but they are just simply not allowed to.
Right.
Unless they find the timing to walk as 5.
That's true, but Arthur, I have to ask you a serious question. Can Talon pull off the reverse intro boys? Like they start off weak and they finish strong.
They are definitely hoping so. I can still see the potential of them doing this thing because after all it's a DK lineup. I think they have enough enabling for a DK this game. So yeah, as long as they have good enough items, pick enough good fights, I still think that this game they are in the hands of turning it around with the DK.
Alright. The seed of faith has been planted. Now let's see if it grows into anything.
They have the tools to fight now. BKB down on DK. He's eyeing out for a dagger. So they could either just take some powers now, enlarge their map a little bit, which is really, really important because they haven't got any tier 1 yet. So that's gonna help them breathe a lot more.
Yeah, gotta start somewhere. It all starts with the first tower falling. A sub 20 minutes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, probably onto more as well. We do look at Natsumi's inventory. You've got the Armlet BKB, Mask of Madness. As you mentioned, the blinks coming up for both the Beast and the DK. And then suddenly they're a whole different force.
Yeah, when you have the double BKB blink timing, I think that's gonna give you a very good boost against this very squishy sniper.
They spot the Nyx. That doesn't take them too long to maybe finish him off. That's a bit of healing there from the Solar Guardian. Cuckoo and Jokum disappear, and Natsumi could use some backup. WS is just waiting for his time, and he roars the backline onto the sniper. Can they take him down? Abed stands his ground. Aegis is down. Natsumi hammers away, and Mikoto with the magnetize coming into play, and they might be able to stretch this fight just long enough. Talon cleaning things up. Ollie with the spears tries to take down WS. He's got him, and it's all the way to Palos having to run away from the fight momentarily, but he's still hunting Mikoto. It's not over yet. There's a Slark right behind the Earth Spirit. Spotted by the Watcher, though. And so that fight turns out to be far more even than you might actually think, based on what we've seen this game.
Yeah, there was a very good chance that Talon was able to capitalize on. I think that is very, very needed. Like even they didn't get any objective away from this, right? But they were getting like very crucial kills on both Dawnbreaker and also Sniper. I think WS was so patient. The Slug was right in front of him, but he understands that his priority is not the Slug, is the Sniper. So he went on Sniper, and it was a close call, but they managed to do the job. It's gonna be harder though because Slug, like we said earlier, he could always just get the early shot and protect the Sniper, and he has already gotten that. So the next fight might not be so direct for Talon anymore. I feel like the fights are gonna be quite complicated.
Yeah,
for both sides.
It's always the shock and awe effect of not fighting for a while and getting surprised by the amount of damage that your opponent can do. It's definitely a real thing. Now we've got the Axe ready on Dawnbreaker, so that's gonna make things a lot harder for this DK to kill people again.
Yeah, I would say that they need to make sure the chain stuns are there, the burst damage and the follow-up are there, because if they miss it, the target can always be saved by the Dawnbreaker ulti and the shard of Slark, so you gotta make sure that you are on point with those ganks. The turnaround potential here from Aurora is incredibly high. Not so high for the side of Talon. I'm really liking this Solar Crest pickup from Lich. I think always love to see Solar Crest together with DK, and if you couple that up with the Frost Shoot, you're playing into like 2 physical cores, maybe 3 if you count Dawn as 1. So it's not gonna be easy for them to take on DK as well. Really rely on the Eng to dispel the Frost Shoot and also
2 simultaneous fights happening at the same time as well. Hunting down Cuckoo and trying to hunt the Dawnbreaker. Mikoto and Jokum right nearby. There's the roll in. He's trying to Solar Guardian herself out, but gets silenced by the Geomagnetic Grip. And here comes Palos, and he puts down the save and allows the TP cancel as well. Mikoto can't run away. Palos also blocks the exit from Mikoto, and that's a really close call. And he's trying his absolute hardest, but it just doesn't work for him. Oh, Palos to the rescue, and then returning the favor on this Stormbreaker to cancel the TP off of the Earth Spirit. Palos then blocking the exit. That was beautiful to watch.
That was really good teamwork there. That was exactly what we were talking about, the turnaround potential from Aurora, and it happened instantly. So, really good heads up play coming up from Slark. Really good heads up play coming up from Dawn as well to instantly use the ult to cancel the BKB TP. I feel like that's one thing that people always forget until you got hit by it once. That Dawnbreaker ulti is able to cancel the TP.
Oh, they got the stun on the Slark. Does he just go straight from 100 to 0?
Okay.
WS.
The gem! Take the gem! Alright. Big kill.
Big damage. That was the surprise element coming in from Natsumi's right-click damage with this DK.
A little bit careless there from Palos. Farming just a little bit too aggressive in front of the enemy tier 2. Should have respected the enemy a little bit more. But yeah, with this taking away the gem, I think it means a lot. But wait, is that another gem? Because didn't DK took out a gem, or did Nyx took it away before they managed to?
So Q has a gem, but there's not one in the Dire Fountain.
Okay, so Nyx was able to retrieve it before Dire was able to take it.
Yeah, so this is this
not
is Ollie's gem on Nyx Assassin. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good job for Q. Very good job from Q. Just losing this gem is gonna mean that you lose all your vision advantage. And Nyx is gonna feel a little bit harder to move on the map. Slug is gonna feel like his advantage is not that strong anymore, and it's because it's being dispelled by this gem.
On the hunt here, Nyx Assassin popping the scuttle, charging forward onto Cuckoo. There's the stun from Q. Palos missing the jump, but doesn't matter. He will get Ollie. Oh, sorry, they will get Cuckoo. Ollie is the one to get the kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Also, most importantly, Slug gets the perma energy. That's what he's there for.
Yeah. And Roshan is up in 10 seconds, so we're talking about the banner Roshan this time around. However, there are still tier 2s on both sides of the map. So that high ground push is going to be a bit difficult to consider. More about the Aegis than the banner at this point.
A late diffuser pickup by Slug here. Pretty interesting. I do think there's a lot of value in this mana burn. It's just normally you don't see a Slug skip the diffuser blade in the early and then go back to it again. So pretty interesting pickup here by Palos. I guess eventually you want to get yourself to the upgraded diffuser blade, and I think that's gonna help you dispel, and also you are not slowed by the enemy for a couple of seconds, and that dispersal is gonna help you get away from Manatize pretty efficiently. Value is there.
This is a pretty fast Roshan. I was for a moment thinking that can they actually take this Rosh down quickly enough, and looks like they can. Sniper with the S and Y. Abed really wants to recover from those stuns as soon as possible. He knows that Dragon Tail and the Roar are the two things that can screw up his game. So I really like the idea of not just dodging and building BKBs, but S and Y. Like, it is the item with the status resistance.
Oh, they see
the blink in as well. They find Palos once again. There's the Guardian, but it's not enough. They will lose one and maybe even another as Jabs is going to get... First he gets rooted, then he also gets just poked around, kicked around by Mikoto, toying with his food. So Aurora, you might get the Aegis for yourself, but again, just Palos and the quick reaction from Natsumi.
Yeah, another time Palos was not able to survive from that. I think that is... At the meantime,
don't do a Q.
Like, he's really tempted, you can see.
He sure is.
That decision making though was really on point from Talon. They were guessing that okay, someone might just TP mid to receive the wave, so it would be in a 4 versus 5 scenario for a brief second, and they capitalized on it super well. Meanwhile, WS is getting stopped.
Sentry down on the ground. Didn't get hit by the Shuriken slow. He popped the Carapace hoping that this bounty is going to get stunned, but it was just a track. And Abed would have had an AD rune. It's the right call for Talon to move away from the enemy territory when the team is not around.
So what's the plan of Aurora here? I feel like the worst thing that you can do is to lose some heroes right after you take Aegis. Because all of a sudden the enemy gets to equalize the map, which is what they are able to do. Mid lane was pushed, bottom lane is also pushed as well. So suddenly Aurora feels like we are strong, but we do not have the map to really capitalize on what, to really make use of the Aegis.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing that can happen, right? When you're holding an Aegis and you just lose initiative.
Yes.
That basically wastes the entire Aegis duration by the time everything's back to normal. So they do want to play this cautiously and not overzealously. Trying to fight through this backdoor protection might just be one of those things because Abed, well, they don't know how many heroes are standing behind him. And Talon have 3 heroes in the bottom half of the map currently, or actually moving towards mid, that is. So it looks like they're just going to have to let this tier 2 tower go.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And they use the fortified. Okay. Very good usage of fortification, just like further delay the timing for Aurora. Like they've spent for the last 1.5 minutes on the top lane just trying to take down these tier 2 towers.
Yeah.
And that is not the most efficient way to use Aegis. But they have no choice, right, because of the mistake they made earlier. They feel like they need to make a map progress by taking down these tier 2.
So the Break of Dawn did give them the info about what's happening. Sniper TP to the mid lane, and there might be a fight breaking loose. Talon is on the hunt. But unfortunate for them, they weren't able to cut Aurora off before. Otherwise, that could have been a 4 versus 5 fight without the Aegis carrier.
That is the lesson learned from Aurora. They see the sniper TP down mid, and they instantly run through a sniper. Not staying away from sniper anymore.
Palos! Stun locked again! It's a 3rd time in a row, and now Sniper's in trouble as well. Trying to dish out damage on Mikoto, but he's shooting into a Blade Mail. Has to focus on another target. WS is low on HP as well. Palos returns with the buyback. He's had enough. He does not want to see another fight lost because of him dying first. So that buyback does credit them with 2 pretty big kills. And will lose jabs at least in the process. I have to say that felt like a bit of a frustration buyback in a way.
Yeah, that's for sure. But a good decision though. Like,
but a good decision, yes.
Yes, they really need to capitalize on this. And I think he knows his role. Like he's not the carry in this game. Sniper is the carry. So him sacrificing himself to enable the sniper is actually okay. But they do have to take some objectives here in return for the buyback, because otherwise that would be a painful one.
The only way I can actually justify that buyback is because they still have a mid T1.
Yes!
Literally
Crazy.
because of the lack of push from the Talon side that they haven't been able to do, because Aurora has had control over the map. They're able to do things like this, that they can buy back to a T1 tower and continue the fight.
It's not an easy decision at all to buy back in scenarios like this, because there's, normally we only normalize buyback in our brain for late game scenarios, for core at least. But yeah, to be able to do that, I think Palos shows you the understanding of Palos, what he needs to do this game, his role this game for the sniper. He has to play a lot more careful right now though. I would maybe suggest a Lincoln.
Not a bad idea. Something that allows a dispel. Or at least a way to react. It seems like these stuns are coming in so quickly that he just doesn't get the chance to pop his Dark Pact or his ult. Excuse me if I don't see anything because I have a cat on my monitor right now. And actually just unplugged one of my monitors, so thank you.
Okay, nothing much is happening here.
Alright.
Palos is trying to make some plays, but Mikoto read it and rolling border away.
All right, we're back in action. A little bit of comedy.
That's that's the daily chaos that the cat can bring you.
Oh yeah, and we got 2 of them. Well,
Yeah, I wanted to say that it's only going to be stronger for Talon right now. Yeah, I feel like their late game potential is really coming through, especially when Beastmaster get his pressure up, and you also have Satanic completed on DK as well. So the longevity of the fights here are slowly, I feel like it's favoring Talon's side, because their heroes are already naturally harder to kill.
Yeah, you've got some really good talents coming into this game. You think about Aurora with the physical damage output, you've got the DK25 tankiness, the Magnetize Undispellable, which I think is a huge 25 talent. That thing can do hundreds to thousands of damage with as many rocks as you have to throw into a fight. And then, of course, the DK, like in general, itemization-wise, this guy just hits like a truck.
And he's also going for Sunshine Kaya as well, just to have more damage. Couple that with the Shivas, I think it's a scarier spirit. I feel like Talon, they're getting into their timing closer and closer.
Choke him. Mech heal. Also the quick push with the Psychic Headband. Make sure that Q doesn't get close enough.
Refresher up done for WS. He has got quite a good recovery since laning phase, hasn't he? Because that was one of the slowest laning phase that I've seen from WS Beastmaster. But he has gotten some pretty clutch draw. One time on Sniper and twice or maybe 3 times on the Slark. So pretty good recovery so far.
But the net worth has stayed pretty even since the start of this game. I mean, we had this little 4K lead. Now we're back to a bit of a 4K lead again. So there was that slight dip in between for Talon, coming out from probably from the buyback of the Slark mostly. But has been a relatively even game between the two, really wanting to win this game 3. And we're missing that flair, that you know, that SEA crazy style gameplay that we saw in Game 1 and Game 2. Because both teams just want to secure a victory here and playing systematic Dota. Like, this is what Dota can be at the top level, where things get super serious. Like, there's no fun in this. it's anti-fun.
Yeah. There's no random moves happening in between. It's always like very decision-making based.
Except for Palos. He's an exception here. Let's face it.
I mean, that is like what Slug gives you, right? It's just randomness. A lot of randomness. Okay.
Oh, might be an engagement coming in. We've got the south side blocked by Aurora right next to them. Smoke's already popping, and there's the shrapnel to give some primary vision. WS is the target here. Palos already dropped some low. But he has forced his ulti instantly for this one. Solar Guardian is used. Natsumi blinks right on top to find himself a stun onto Jabs. The roar is thrown in as well. Cuckoo down first, though. There's WS looking for Abed. They're looking for all of the control, but when's the damage gonna kick in? Natsumi!
Sonic.
They've lost already 2, and they cannot afford to lose another, and they will. It's the DK gone. That's the Roshan gone for Aurora. They got the lockdown in separately, but they just didn't do any damage.
And it comes down to the build of Sniper, right? You got Satanic and SNY. So even though you took one draw, it didn't do anything. He was like instantly able to reclaim himself up. And credit to his amazing itemization here. Also, Palos, he went in like a real warrior. He understands that the team is ready to back him up. The Solar Guardian is ready to come in. As long as he's able to press C, either Dark Pack or his ult, he will be fine. And that was him, like, being ready to press the spells. Like, all the previous 3 times where he died, he wasn't ready at all, because he didn't see the gang coming.
Yeah.
But this time, he was the one running into enemies, so you cannot be not ready when you are doing that.
And I mean, it was 15,000 to 10,000 damage dealt. Bounty wasn't even there. So this was a 4 versus 5 fight in the end. But then he just didn't cast a single spell during that encounter. Lich died right away. His spells went into BKBs. And not a whole lot came out of this Earth Spirit. Only a total of 1,500 damage. Not even slightly above 10%. So
I feel
it's
like that's the
all
problem
down
with-
to Natsumi.
Yeah, that's the problem with Bounty Hunter, right? Like, you want to always be the one
Radiant
going
are
on the
scanning.
enemy. You want to be the initiator. But when your team is getting initiated on, there's so little help that Bounty Hunter can actually provide to the team. So, I feel like Aurora might have found their way to win in this game. Maybe they need more of this
Dire's bottom
very
tower is
suicidal
falling.
initiation coming out from Palos. Because you have seen that your team is able to dish out enough damage to carry the fight. Even though if
Yeah.
you are dead.
And now they're at a point where look at the sniper's attack speed. Like, nobody can get close enough to hit this Roche banner. This is what the 4 melee lineup really sucks at. They cannot get that banner out. Who's going to do the job, Arthur? Who's going to go and hit it?
Sure.
On the side, though, there's already a Natsumi and Cuckoo
Wait, what?
combination dead. Palos and Jabs got the lockdown in. And I think that might have actually been off of the hands of the Nyx assassin setting it all up. But Talon, looks like it is a lower bracket time.
What a cool turnaround from Aurora. I have to say, though, I'm quite amazed by the fact that how they are able to turn these looking very 50-50 fights into almost dominant. I remember what happened in game 2? They were running into this like 3 versus 5 and they will end up winning the fight. And this time again, like they're just making this 50-50 fight looking like very one-sided.
Yep. Talon maybe has one more fight in them. They're going to roll in and kick the sniper in. Into the roar. Still has the Aegis. WS will almost finish him off, but no! I got lifesteal of my own, says Abed, and he just free generates back to 100%. And he keeps waving his arms. You in for a round 2? You in for a round 3? I can do this all night.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Stands his ground.
Cross shoot is a little bit annoying, but it's just a matter of time.
Dire's
Which they
top
don't have.
tower is falling.
By the time
They
he
don't.
is up,
They have Natsumi
He's
up, but
gone.
Palos already jumps before they get the chance to get this DK involved. Cuckoo already down. He's gone for 90 seconds. That's his dieback. They're trying to focus down Jabs. Natsumi, he does not have enough damage necessarily. Abed has another Satanic. He should be able to hold again, and he does. Oh, twice has he lifestealed himself from 20% straight back to maximum. And he forces Talon to tap out. Aurora into the top 3. They'll be facing Boom for that qualification spot.
right? Aurora